Hello, welcome back. Today, simple intro, we're back, a full Pilates video. Hope you can enjoy. Come on. Okay, we're gonna make our way lying on our back. Give it time, just gonna get body comfy, then into that mat, your head and your shoulders down. You can even have really at this moment maybe eyes closed at home. All we are going to do for now is breathe kind of long in through our nose and then taking time we want to breathe out of our mouth. I'll leave you then a moment. Continue breathing long and calm, getting comfy into your mat. Now we're going to begin with a kind of lovely gentle bridge up and down, ease pressure out of the back, kind of move a bit in the hip and the spine. So when I'm breathing in through the nose, I am lifting my lower back, my bum off my mat, and when I breathe out of my mouth, I want to take my time to lower down. You now then as well, continue kind of lovely gentle bridge up and down, kind of moving in our hip and back. It should feel good. If it doesn't, because maybe you have kind of lift too high, well, don't keep lifting that high. If you feel in your neck or lower back pinching, make it smaller if you feel you should. When my back comes down, I'm going to take time, bringing the knees towards upper body, and only for a moment, kind of gently rocking either side to side, or kind of gently forward and back. And then from here then, keeping both legs bent, I'm going to have my arms reaching out wide, and I carefully lower both legs then to the right side, as low as I can get them and keep them, and it has made the left side of my lower back and waistline open up. It is now stretching open. You can play kind of different angle combinations, how your legs then could have been bent, what feels better to you, opening up in your back. You want to keep breathing deep though. The legs now return carefully to the center, and only then when you feel ready will build into the other side for me. The arms begin out wide and you'll lower the legs now down to the left side, holding that as you keep breathing deep. The legs now then, they're going to take time returning back to the center. Now, when they have, keep head, shoulders down, both legs bent towards you, and you're going to have lower back down towards your mat. You can see now, I've got one leg pointing away from me and the other leg bent towards me. I am now tapping my hands lightly from knee to knee in time to my breath out of the mouth. So when the knee comes in and I've reached the end of my breath, I'm actively tensing harder my ab and core muscles in. Continue with that then, and again make sure only lightly tap hands from knee to knee. Don't pull or hold. If you find pointing the other leg too low, you feel it pull in your hip, point the leg higher away from you. I've now made this harder by bringing my head and my shoulders up off my mat. Tummy and ab kind of have to crunch and tense harder in together. If you have done that, you could maybe have arms raised off the mat instead. You don't have to keep tapping anymore. If you find you want to help support your head and neck, maybe have your hands behind your head. I'll let you then continue with that. Make sure either option you've gone for, when that leg comes towards you and you have reached the end of your breath out of the mouth, you actively try tensing more tummy and ab muscles in. Okay, if you're managing to continue, you're kind of nearly there. Give me a 10-second countdown and we'll do that now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Have a moment, kind of either gentle bridge or hold to knees, kind of rocking side to side. We'll do that again soon though. Okay, get ready. Do it again, one more time. There'll be options now as well to kind of make that harder, take it further if you want it. So either head, shoulders up or down, tapping the hands from one bent leg at a time. Or then, if you feel you could make that harder, head, shoulders up ideally and pointing both legs fairly straight. Either continue tapping hands up the length of each leg or have arms raised off the mat at your sides, or even they could lightly go behind your head. Either level you're going to pick, again, make sure lower back down towards your mat, and every time you are breathing out of the mouth, you want to try actively tensing harder tummy and ab. Continue. Get in there, 10-second countdown, then we're going to do that now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take another moment then. Either kind of rock in, maybe gentle bridge, maybe lie there comfy. Just kind of get comfy lying to that mat. Breathe in calm. Now, getting ready for the next exercise then. We're going to have to begin head, shoulders down, kind of get the idea, make it lighter. So head, shoulders down for now. You can see both of my legs then are bent in kind of a right angle looking shape. My lower back is down towards my mat. I'm pumping my arms down. As I'm pumping arms down, I'm breathing out of my mouth. When I'm doing that, I am actively contracting harder tummy and ab. I've now made it harder. I've kept the legs tabletop, but I've got my head and my shoulders pretty high up away from the mat. Same thing, pumping arms down, breathing out of the mouth. I'll let you continue then in either option, the head, shoulders down or the head, shoulders up. Either way, to make it effective, you've got to really concentrate. As you are pumping arms down, you are tensing harder tummy, ab, core muscles in. 10-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Picking time. Gentle rocking, gentle bridge. Lie there comfy, or any, stretch you kind of feel you might want to do. But again, we're going to do that one fairly soon. For one more time. Okay, getting ready. Either really okay to pick the same options, tabletop, your legs bent, either head, shoulders down or up. If you wanted to make it harder, with head, shoulders up. Try pointing now then, both legs fairly straight, between pointing higher or lower. That does feel too much, it kind of builds pressure in the lower back. Don't do that. You can go back to the legs bent in the tabletop shape instead. Either level, you continue at home. Make sure with every breath out of your mouth, you are contracting more. Nearly there, 10-second countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold to knees maybe, kind of gently rocking, then kind of just massage back into that mat, breathing calm. And then now from here, arms out wide again. We're going to lower our legs to the left, helping to kind of open up the right side of our lower back and waistline again. Not too long. And then take time. Your legs return back to the center in your own time, and then go down into the other side. Now, one final ab exercise now then. Bicycle crunch. My legs are bent, my hands either at the sides of my head or kind of gently behind my head. In time to every long breath out of my mouth, opposite elbow turning, crunch into opposite knee. The other leg pointing away, but only as far as you comfortably can in the front of your hip and for the lower back. If the leg too low, it hurts your back, it hurts your hip. Point the leg higher away from you then. I'll let you continue, but same again. When you breathe out, you try to tense more, tummy and ab. Ten-second countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good again. Have more time. Kind of breathe in, calm. Gotta do that for one more time. We're then going to move on from working front of core. So yeah, nearly there. Okay, start getting ready. One more go, the bicycle crunch. Your legs begin bent towards you. Your hands either at the sides of your head or behind your head. Try making the turn as slow as you can. Keep it controlled, okay? Continue with that. By now, tummy, ab, in agony, nearly there, coming up to the 10 seconds, I'll do that. Now, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. No more awful ab exercises then. We're going to move on soon. Lying there maybe, or rocking, or bridges. But if you could now then, yeah, just take time. Lie on your left side for me. When you get there, head, upper body can be any way comfy, but try have your legs then bent like mine. My feet are lightly together, my feet off the mat. So I'm working my right glute, my right bum cheek. When I lift that top leg, I'm breathing out of the mouth. I'm kind of tensing harder the right glute, that right bum cheek, top leg, just moving. Keep that going. Try and make it, fairly controlled and slow. Then for now, the down and the up. By now, glute, that bum cheek muscle, should have really kind of kicked in, burning, contracting. We're going to keep going. I'm going to change it a bit. So all we are going to do now, going to hold up at the high point a moment, then kind of pause, and then just kind of tiny movement, down, up, up. Every tiny up, you contracting, tensing more. So by now the glute is really burning, contracting, almost there. Yeah, good. The leg comes down, give it a rub, give it a pat if you like. Well done. You'll take your time, lie on your back. We're going to go back to that bridge, but not the kind of lovely up and down bridge. We're going to do a bridge to strengthen, kind of tone, leg and glute. So yeah, making your way, you want to lie on your back, head, shoulders, down then. So thinking about the bridge shape, we want to make sure then to begin at least our heels are underneath our knees. So kind of making sure shoulders comfy. And then I'm going to hold and lift my bridge up as high as I feel I can. I then kind of move my legs and my feet a bit wider apart. That way my glute have to work harder. We're holding there and we're tensing hard for now. Our bum, we just keep breathing deep. Now then, movement. When we now breathe in through the nose, we want to lower back bum towards the mat. Don't actually let your back or bum touch the mat again. Breathing out of your mouth, you then lift high. Keep that going. Try to really concentrate here. Every time you kind of hit the high point of the bridge, try to actively tense harder. Glute, your bum, cheek muscles then. Keep that going. I'll change it a bit in a moment. And then now, when we lift high again, kind of pause at the top. You tense it as hard as you can, glute. And then tiny, down, up, every tiny up, you contract it more. Nearly done on that. Okay, well done. Just lower down. There's a moment, kind of rocking side to side. Just kind of lie there comfy. In a moment then, you want to lie on your right side. You haven't got to rush. Okay, you can have more time here, like I am lying there comfy. Whenever we get there then, kind of lying on that right side, head, upper body could be any way comfy. I've got both legs bent again, they're kind of towards my upper body. So I'm now working my left glute, my left bum cheek. So as you lift that left leg, you want to breathe out and try tensing more the left glute. Keep that going. Always try to keep a gap. Don't let the legs or knees touch again. Just keep the feet lightly together. Continue with that. By now, easily then for everyone that has kicked in, glute burning, contracted, it's getting tight. In a moment then, we are going to hold up at the top, going to hold a moment, and then give me a tiny up, down, every tiny up, tensing more. When you're nearly there, oh, good. Give that leg a rub, give the glute a pat. And in no time, moving up into a box shape. So we're now on all fours then. When we breathe in through the nose, we're going to carefully round our upper back. Breathing out of our mouth, we're going to carefully arch, lower back. Continue just a couple more. Cat, lion, looking movement, helping to ease tension, pressure out of the back. Okay, I'm now going to begin to kind of slowly make my way to a downward dog. I'm going to do a downward dog into a plank, back to a downward dog, back to a plank. So take your time then, kind of begin a plank push-up looking shape, hands a bit wider than your shoulders, move back to a downward dog. So every time we move back to downward dog, breathe in through your nose then. And when you move forward back to plank, breathe out of your mouth. Keep that going. Every time you move forward into the plank, breathing out, I want you trying to contract tighter, harder, your front of core, kind of tummy, your ab, your pelvic floor muscles then. Continue, downward dog, plank. Okay, one more forward to the plank, and then we're going to end up back in the downward dog. Taking time, kind of lower onto your knees then, kind of come off the wrist and shoulders maybe. You could go to a child's pose. You could even do, if you wanted, kind of, more box shape, kind of more cat and lion. Coming up next will be a push-up then. In the push-up movement, we're going to attempt to have the knees further back from underneath the hip. So my hands again a bit wider than my shoulders, my knees are onto the mat, but my knees are back from underneath the hip. When we breathe in through the nose, we lower down. When we breathe out of the mouth, we are pushing up. You can see my elbows are back behind my shoulders. Never let your elbows be ahead of your shoulders. Muscles to think about, kind of tricep and chest, kind of tensing, we are contracting those then. Not too many. It's going to be 10 push-ups for 2 sets then. Let's say, like me then, you've done 10 already. Well then, come off wrist and shoulders again. We'll take a bit more time actually then in between these two, just kind of give arms a bit longer. And then when you see me come up on the screen again, we'll do one more round of 10 push-ups then. Okay, so getting ready, kind of a push up the knees down position. If you do find these too hard, then do have the knees kind of more underneath your hip. That will make that a lot easier for you. If you felt you can make them harder, then of course have the knees up and go to a full push-up movement. Breathe in on your down, remember, and breathe out when you push up. Okay, if you have then finished, come off the wrist and shoulders, kind of go to a kind of kneeling position, either on the heels or off your heels. I've got the back of my hands behind my lower back. I'm pulling my elbows back, pushing my chest forward for a moment, helping to ease tension out of the front of my shoulders. Now then, I want to work lower back. We're going to add strength to the lower back. So lie like I am now then. My arms are kind of crossed, my forehead comfortably on my arms, and all I'm doing when I breathe out of the mouth, I lift one leg at a time. breathing in through the nose, I'd lower down. Kind of gentle, simple way to warm the lower back muscles then. Just careful not to overlift. My back, my hip doesn't turn, I keep them fairly square. I've now made this harder then, so here's a harder option. Both arms point straight ahead, and then when I breathe out of the mouth, I lift opposite arm to opposite leg. I'm also trying to lift my chest as I lift the arm and leg. That makes it more effective working in the lower back. I'm kind of using these two options as a warm-up for my lower back before I go into an even more effective lower back exercise. Okay, we're gonna kind of pause a moment. I'd lie there comfy, just let your back naturally relax. And then skydiver looking shape. Both arms are bent in right angles, my elbows in line to my shoulders. When I breathe out of the mouth, I lift arms, legs and chest. And when I breathe into the nose, I'll carefully lower down. So again, breathing out when you lift, breathing in when you lower down. Whatever you do, make the up and down as controlled, as smooth as you can. No sudden movement on those. Continue. Of course, be aware it's your lower back we are now working. Don't feel you have to complete and continue. You can pause whenever you would like. Now, there'll be an option on the 10-second countdown. You could try to hold up. So I'll let you kind of pick. Either keep moving up, down for the final 10, or do try and hold up. If we're going to hold up, well then now lift up for me and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Either lie there facing down. We could take time, go to a child's pose. We'll do that one again for one more time, and then we are finished working our lower back. Okay, when you feel ready, that for one more time, breathing out of your mouth to lift, breathe in through the nose to lower down. Now, we can make this harder. When you go to lower down, don't fully return. Arms and legs then, you always try to keep a bit of a gap. They won't touch the mat and ground again, keeping your lower back under constant tension. If that does feel too hard, you have given it a go, absolutely fine to change your mind and go back to how you were. I'll let you continue with the level of your choice. Now we're coming up to the 10-second countdown. There's that option again. Do you try to hold up the countdown of 10? Do that now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We've done all the exercises then. We've kind of worked our core. We've strengthened the glute muscles. We've now strengthened lower back, arms and chest with those push-ups and downward dogs as well. The end now, you're there. We kind of unwind, do a couple of stretches, and kind of lie comfy at the end. If we make our way, go to a box shape, do some more kind of cat and lion. Maybe you want to go to a child's pose. You could even hold a downward dog, maybe kind of one more time. Just pick. Before in a moment, we will move to a seated position. Okay, making my way then to a seated position. Ideally, when you get there, if you could have legs crossed, that would be brilliant, or you can have them anyway, comfy. I want to have my opposite hand to my opposite knee. So all I'm doing, I'm gently turning in my waistline. I hold that a long breath in, and then breathing out. I kind of turn back to the center. When you feel ready, then do the other side. Kind of lightly turn in your back. You want to hold it there a very long breath in. And that would be with your breath out. You'd then turn back to the center. Maybe round shoulders back, but whenever you're ready, lie on your back. We'll get comfy again. Head, shoulders, down. Nearly there. All I want to do then is the arms out wide again and the legs lower down to one side, opening up in our back and waistline. We're then going to take time. The legs want to return back to the center. Maybe hold onto knees a moment. Whenever you feel ready, lower down into the other side. As you hold that side, continue breathing calm. And then taking time, your legs return back to the center, your feet down into the mat. And all you've got to do now is lie in any way comfy to you. And all I want you to do is try to breathe as slow as you can, but now more in and out of the nose instead. Continue with that. Body, muscles switching off. together, you and I take a long breath in. And when you need, take time. Breathe in, out. We then want to take time, kind of lie on either side, comfy. Continue, breathe in, calm. And then in own time, help yourself up into a seated position. Could be any way comfy to you. When you have maybe a round, shoulders kind of gently back, keep breathing deep. And then the final time together, take a long breath in. And then breathe in, out. If eyes are closed, open them now. Well done. Well done. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Tummy burning, glutes contracting, lower back working. If you have enjoyed, but then yeah, as always, kind of like the video, maybe leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much.